What's up everyone, it's Dan from Guitar Talk here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all those YouTubey things, all that rubbish. Other than that, let's roll that intro. Welcome back everyone. So today we are looking at the Blackstar St. James plugin, which is essentially a software app that you can play your guitar through on your computer. But first I'm using this PRS NF53 electric that is going into an SSL 2 Plus interface into my laptop, and we'll jump into the screen now. So you can see here I've already got St. James loaded up on the screen. You can use this as a standalone bit of software or you can use it as a plugin. I've got this running as a plugin in Studio One. It's over here on my other screen that you guys can't see because this is the hero. This is what we're looking at. This is the default sound that you get when you load the plugin up, so let's take a listen to how that sounds. A very rich tone straight away with just the default setting. Let's take a look around the software. So as usual with this kind of software, you've got the graphic of the amp up on the screen, and these knobs work just like you would expect to work on a normal amp, on a real life in front of you physical amplifier. So these work as you would expect. So if we turn the gain down a bit, we get and if we turn the gain up, we get works as you would expect. We've got two different amps in here. We've got the EL34 version of the amp and the 6L6 version. So the 6L6 version as you can hear there, a bit higher gain, more American sounding. And then down here we've got on and off switches for each of these sections. And if we click on the sections, we've got pre-effects where you've got compressors, drives, choruses that work as normal pedals. We've got the amp, obviously. We've got post effects, delays, reverbs, trems, flangers, an EQ. And then we've got Blackstar's cab rig software built in as well, where you can select different sized rooms. You can select different microphones, you can select different cabs, all Blackstar cabs, so you can really go to town on the kind of tone that you want. And then if we take a look up here, we have also got loads of presets so that we can just select a tone. Let's go for a clean breakup tone, and you can see that changes everything in the background straight away and gives you a tone without having to do any dialing in yourself. So all very familiar there for this kind of software. So if you've used this kind of software before from other brands, you kind of know straight away what you're doing without any having to really learn the software. Obviously, every bit of software is going to have its own sound, but in terms of knowing what all of the buttons do and the kind of tone that you're going for, it's all pretty much there as usual. So let's take a listen to some of these presets. Kind of does what it says really, doesn't it? Full on metal. Let's take a listen here. Big rhythm. Sounds very good to me. Let's see if it cleans up if we turn the volume down. Yes, it does. So the reaction there to turning the volume down does feel very natural. It feels like you're playing through a real amplifier. So that is all very good acoustic ambient. So there's some great plugins here straight away without having to do too much moving around. And you can see here, you can save your own settings, so you can save your own presets, export them, import them. So if anyone else has made presets, I'd imagine Blackstar will probably get some of their artists to use this and make signature presets that you can import into the software. All very, very good and very, very straightforward there. Let's take a listen to something like this, Smooth Boost. Sounds pretty good to me. Now, one of the important things, I guess, when you are using software like this is to see how it actually sounds in a mix, because obviously if you're going to use this, you might use it live, you might just use it for a practice tool, or you might use it for recording. So in Studio One, I've got a track loaded up. Let's take a listen to how it sounds in the mix. Cool, so that is a bit of song recorded. Let's move this over here a little bit so you guys can see what I've done there. This is one of my own tracks that we're just demoing at the moment. Let's take a listen to how that sounds. Straight away to me, that fits really nicely in the mix. Now, the benefit of using a bit of software like this is if you don't like the sound that you've recorded, but you know you've nailed the take, is that you can then just go through and play with the sound. So we'll do that a little bit now. And obviously you don't have to use the presets, you can just dial things in as you want. So if I wanted to take the gain down a little bit, bring some bass out, these are kind of my go-to settings on most amps. Not sure how it will sound on this, but give it a go. So that, to me, the sounds that you can get out of this sound really, really good. They sit in the mix very, very well. And to me, in the room here, it just sounds like I've mic'd up an amp in another room and I'm listening back to it through the studio monitors, which is exactly what you want from this kind of software. I would be more than happy to use this to record an album, EP, demo, all of that kind of stuff. It sounds to me like it's going to work perfectly. Obviously, if you're after something like a very specific Mesa Boogie kind of tone, then this particular plugin might not do it. Obviously, it does do high gain sounds, but it might not get you quite to like Mesa Boogie level or a very particular tone. But as a good all-round plugin that covers loads of bases, it obviously does approximations of things very, very well. I hope this has been useful with a little overview of how this sounds, how it sounds in the mix, and all of the little things that it does. Obviously, you can go more in depth with mic placements, moving things around to really make, I guess as Blackstar say, the sound in your head. I'm going to have great fun using this alongside some of the other plugins that I use and my Fractal, and the convenience of just being able to drag this onto a track and load it up without having to drag my pedal board with my FM9 into the room and plugging all of that stuff in. This is very, very convenient to use. If you want to give it a try without buying it, it is available to try for free on their website. You can just download it and install the trial. It is, as far as I can see, because this is the trial version, it's not restricted in any way. I guess it's going to run out at some point, but there's no like gaps in tone or anything like that. It just sounds fantastic. So I hope that's been useful. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.